Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the second part of my sort of news coverage for the Rezzed event that happened over the weekend. And I'm just going to get straight in with the info. So the screenshot that you can see now has been out for a little while. A lot of you have probably seen it, but in the Rezzed event, as it was sort of live gameplay and they told us a bit about the game, I can now sort of bring to light a lot of the things you can see here. So a lot of these aspects aren't just sort of visual eye candy. The camels and the elephants that you can see in the bottom right, they actually indicate that when you're in this area or when you take hold of the province, you can recruit those units as mercenaries. And this will change depending on what region you're in. Also, in the distance, you can see these very small ships docking at Alexandria. And these will actually move along the trade routes. I presume they're trade ships. I can't think what else they would be because the normal sort of warships you can see in the foreground are pretty damn big and quite obvious, same as the normal Avatar size. So yeah, you get these small sort of trade ships that actually move along routes. You'll also be able to see occasionally these wonders of the ancient worlds. So for example, you've got the Great Pyramids of Giza there, and in the distance you've got the Lighthouse of Alexandria, and they will give you benefits to your region or province. They gave the example of the pyramids. They said the pyramids will actually generate increased income because you would get sort of wealthy Roman citizens being tourists basically and going to visit these pyramids, so they would actually generate their own income. And on this screenshot, you can see on the edge of the settlement, you've got sort of small outskirt houses and sort of shanty towns, and the whole settlement will actually change depending on how big the city is, how many construction sites you've got. So you can add a new construction site, and it will actually expand the city. So the city will visually appear bigger, and this screenshot is pretty good because you've got on the left hand side this settlement is fairly small, and on the right hand side there's a very sort of sprawling large settlement, and they actually said that, you know, something like that small settlement that you can see in the middle can be up to 3 or 4 times as big. So you could, if you want, invest your money in something like that small settlement and make it, you know, really big like the one you see on the right. Something that I thought was pretty cool was that the sort of feel of the map will change depending on where you are. This, for example, is overlooking Turkey and Pontus, I believe. But they mentioned that in the north, you're going to have a lot more dense woodland, and you can actually see this on the gameplay. And you can hear the winds howling, and these different sound effects will give a real different feel to the area that you're in. You'll also have little cool additions like the sounds of wolves howling if you're in the north, and you get different sounds basically depending on where you are. So yeah, that was just a quick overview really of some of the visual elements you could see in the gameplay and some of the screenshots that have been released. You probably could have worked a lot of this info out, but I just thought I'd cover this for completion and just to add in a few bits here and there. So in the next video, I'll be talking about these champions, which you can see in the bottom left. There's an Egypt champion there, and that's a pretty cool new addition to Rome 2. So I'll look forward to talking to you about those. Thanks a lot, and I will see you next time.